All right, true crime crew, brace yourself. This one's gonna chill you to the bone. Picture a quiet California home. February 2010. The McStay family, Joseph Summer and their two little boys, vanish without a trace. Eggs sit half-cooked on the counter, yogurt's left, open their dogs abandoned in the yard. Their car turns up near the Mexico border like they just up and ran. But 3 years later, the Mojave desert spits out a grim truth: 4 shallow graves, a sledgehammer nearby. Their business partner, Chase Merritt, says Joseph was my best friend just days after they're gone. Hold up, why past tense? Is this a twisted escape or something way darker? Heart racing? Hit subscribe. We're diving deep into this desert nightmare. Let's meet the McStays. Joseph McStay, 40 and Summer 43, are living the dream in Fallbrook, California, the avocado capital of the world. Their cul-de-sac home is filled with love and laughter from their boys Gianni 4 and Joseph Jr. 3. Joseph's a hustler running a custom water fountain business that's doing well, big clients, steady cash. Summer's a rock star mom planning beach trips and tucking her boys in with bedtime stories. They're the family everyone envies, always together, always smiling. But on February 4th, 2010, it all stops. Their house is like a ghost town, frozen in time. Eggs and bacon sit cold on the kitchen counter, a yogurt container's open spoon still in it. Their 2 dogs, Bear and Digger, are left outside, whining no food or water. Wallets, phones, IDs, even the kids' favorite toys, everything's left behind. No signs of a break-in, no blood, no struggle. It's like they stood up mid-breakfast and dissolved into thin air. That night, Joseph called his business partner, Chase Merritt, to set up a meeting about a big fountain project. Merritt says he was too busy to meet, which is odd. Joseph was his cash cow. 4 days later, February 8th, their Isuzu trooper turns up in a parking lot in San Isidro, right by the Mexico border. A grainy security video shows a similar SUV crossing into Mexico, sparking wild theories they fled for a new life. But hold on, why abandon their dogs, their money, their entire world? Joseph's brother Mike knew something was wrong, saying this isn't them. They'd never leave like this. And Merritt, he's already telling people Joseph was my best friend, like he knows they're gone for good. Britt from Crime Junkie nailed it. Something's not right here. Who walked away from that house and what did Merritt know? November 11, 2013 changes everything. A dirt biker in the Mojave Desert near Victorville spots something horrific: a child's skull poking out of the sand about 100 miles from Fallbrook. Cops swarm the area and uncover 2 shallow graves side by side. Inside are Joseph Summer Gianni and little Joseph Jr. All 4 were beaten to death, their skulls crushed by a 3-pound sledgehammer found right there like a taunting signature. The desert's vast, silent, but those graves scream a brutal story. No blood or clues were ever found at their Fallbrook home, meaning someone moved them, bodies, car seats, all of it 100 miles to this barren wasteland. The sledgehammer feels deliberate, like the killer wanted them found, but not too soon. Here's where it gets creepier. Chase Merritt's phone pinged near that desert around the time they vanished. Ashley from Crime Junkie called it a twisted mystery, a family erased, buried in nowhere, and their so-called friend's phone just happens to be nearby. Summer's mom, Susan, broke down saying, "My grandbabies didn't deserve this. The Mojave's sand held their bodies, but it's hiding something else. A truth we're still chasing. So who's Chase Merritt?" He's a 53-year-old welder, Joseph's business partner, and a guy with serious baggage. Merritt owed Joseph $42,000 racked up from a gambling addiction that was spiraling out of control. Days after the McStays vanished, he forged a $21,000 check from Joseph's business account. Shady, doesn't even cover it. Cops dig deeper and find more. Merritt's DNA is in the McStay's Isuzu Trooper, not a ton, but enough to raise red flags. His phone records place him near the desert grave site around February 4th, 2010. And that call from Joseph that night asking to meet Merritt blew it off, claiming he was busy, even though Joseph was his main source of income. His vibe with cops was off too. Crime Estate noted he seemed too calm, like he knew more than he let on. Web ID 18. By November 5, 2014, cops arrest him for 4 counts of murder, but Merritt swears he's innocent. He says the DNA came from working on fountains together, and the phone pings are just bad luck. A 2025 book, Down to the Bone, throws a curveball. An unidentified DNA trace was found in the car, not Merritt's, and another business partner, Dan Kavanaugh, was barely looked at. Kavanaugh was jealous of Joseph's success, maybe even bitter enough to act. Reddit in 2024 is buzzing with users saying Merritt's guilty, but he didn't act alone. Britt's voice echoes. Something's not right with this guy. Is Merritt the mastermind, or did cops miss a bigger player? The trial in January 2019 is a gut punch. Prosecutors paint Merritt as a desperate man drowning in debt and driven by greed. They lean hard on the forged check, the phone pings, and that creepy was my best friend comment. But it's all circumstantial. No blood in the house. No murder scene pinned down. Merritt's defense argues the cops rushed to judgment, ignoring Kavanaugh, who had motive and opportunity. Down to the Bone claims the phone data might be off, thanks to shaky tech in 2010, Web ID 12. Still on June 10, 2019, the jury convicts Merritt on all 4 counts. He's sentenced to death on January 21, 2020, and sent to San Quentin, but California's death penalty moratorium keeps him in limbo. Reddit users in 2024 aren't sold, pointing to that mystery DNA and Kavanaugh's free pass. Some even suggest a hired hit tied to Joseph's booming business, Mike McStay. Joseph's brother says, "We need the full story." Ashley's words linger. Is this justice or a rush to close a twisted mystery? Did they get the right guy, or is someone else laughing in the shadows? This case haunts Fallbrook and Victorville. That cul-de-sac in the avocado capital feels heavy, like the McStay's joy is trapped in the walls. The Mojave Desert, with its endless dunes, guards their final secret. In 2024, Reddit's alive with theories. Some say Merritt had help. Others point to Kavanaugh, who's never been cleared. Down to the Bone in 2025 doubles down, pushing that unidentified DNA and Kavanaugh's motives. The San Bernardino Sheriff's Department still takes tips, but 2025's brought no new leads. This family, 2 parents, 2 little boys, deserved so much better. Their story screams for justice. If you know anything, call the San Bernardino Sheriff at 909-387-3690. Drop your theories in the comments. What do you think happened? Was Merritt the killer? Or is someone else out there? Like this video, share it, and subscribe to keep their fight alive. Thanks for diving into this haunting case with me. Stay safe out there.